Okay, well, while our runners get set up, it looks like they're gearing up for some max percent GT. So Exact and I touched on this a little bit during GT Classic, GTC. So essentially, the runners are going to do the same thing, right? The goal is to do the thing so that they can go get the GT code. Excuse me. But for this one, so the max percent is in the items they picked up after the GT code. So in the beginning, they can pick up as many majors as they want, but they are limited on the number of energy tanks and missiles or ammo they can pick up. So this is if GTC and Hundo had a baby, because all of the packs that they pick up on top of what the GT code gives them adds up to more than 100%. I think it's 135%. And so every time they grab an item on accident that's outside of the majors, so any ammo packs, energy tanks, it takes away from that 135%. So at the end of this race, we're going to wait till the very, very end to see what percentage comes back. And if 135% comes back, then that will be a completed run. Damn, Smelon. And so Smelon's timer is not going, but that's okay. We can just gather, infer, if you will, from Professor's timer. And so with that, I think you at least have to get one pack of missiles, super missiles, and power bombs for the doors. And then I think you can only get one energy tank or no energy tanks. So they're pretty synced already. That's awesome. So I think. Oh, what's up?
Camera. I was just gonna say no tanks.
No tanks. Okay, no tanks. But I'm gonna assume that they're gonna get both the suits in the beginning.
Yes.
Okay. Both of the suits, because again, they can get as many majors as they want, but only one of each ammo and no energy tanks.
Yep. So I imagine what we're gonna see is various suit, high jump boots, speed booster, gravity suit, and then down to do GT code.
So I feel like I did a pretty good job otherwise of explaining it, unless there's anything I did miss, but
no,
I'm
pretty sure you got everything.
Okay. And because I do remember at the end that we'll see, right, who first has 135%, and then that even if one person has 134%, but say they're faster and one person has 135%, the person with 135% wins because they completed the category as they were supposed to. And then all the other things. But I don't know if that's happened during the tournament yet. It hasn't happened while I've been doing comms, but they're pretty in sync right now. And I mean, early game is going to look very similar, though. Do they go Fantoon first for this?
No, it'll be Kraid first because you need to get speed booster before you go fight Fantoon.
Speed booster?
Yes, you need speed booster to cross moat without collecting the moat.
Oh, I see. Okay, I was like, I'm pretty sure PRKD doesn't collect speed booster. I get it now. I got it.
It's not. Also,
got it.
There is a way in this category to do a really, really difficult and particular zero tank lava dive with only various suit. But that route is banned in the tournament. It's the route run for the world record in this category, and it's significantly faster, like so much so that like it just becomes an actual, basically a free win for anyone who knows it. And it's also like very difficult and finicky, and so for a variety of reasons, GT Max is restricted to just the go to Upper Norfair, do a pass there, collect speed booster, go get gravity.
So I think Professor had a time of 450 for bombs, and I think Smelon had a 454, 453, if I'm going based on Professor's timer.
Not bad.
So just a few seconds. Yeah, and I like the idea that there is some normalization of the routes, so that way things just felt more, I don't know, right? Seeing one person take one route in a way that, like you said, makes the time feel free wouldn't necessarily make a fun tournament. Uh-oh, and Professor not getting the missiles that he needed, so having to farm there. Have you done GT Max before?
No, I don't think I actually have.
Oh, so
I don't
good.
completed this category.
Jumping over that energy tank, I forgot for a second. I was like, why is Smelon farming? And then I remembered.
Yep.
Needing that full health because that way when they shoot the frogs down by early supers, it'll just give them missiles since they're not getting the energy tank, and to save health. And so one reason why PRKD shoots the pirates on the way down to Green Shaft is to conserve health. And so because they don't get an energy tank, I'm assuming to do the same here as well.
Yep, because it does, especially when you're not getting the Terminator tank. It costs some energy to go through and do all of the early game stuff that they need to. GT Max gets. Does GT Max get power bombs early? I don't think they. I'm like worried.
I mean,
I'm
if they're,
gaslighting myself, but I don't think they.
I'm
didn't think
assuming,
they did.
I'm assuming if they're getting Kraid, then why would they get them early? Or if they're
Well,
doing Kraid first?
Yeah, well, for like regular GT Classic, you get the Alpha PBs first.
Sure, but
like,
you don't. But you're not
ex-
going to go up to fight Fantoon. That's why you
exactly,
go get them. Yeah.
exactly. That's why I'm thinking that no. But I legitimately do not remember. Again, this is one of two categories in this tournament that I do not have a complete
Yeah.
run of.
Yeah, they get it up on the way to Fantoon's bands. Yeah, that's what I figured.
Okay.
Yeah, since they're going to go up that way anyway versus GT Code or GTC, they go up there first. Since they're not going to fight Fantoon, so it's the backtracking. But
yeah, this is actually a nice little bit of sync here. The lead is kind of oscillating back and forth between the two. Each of them making like a minor movement mistake here or there that lets the other kind of catch up. Like, good stuff so far. Yep.
Yeah.
So there we go. Both are mockballing, so.
Mm-hmm. I wonder how the GT code was found. So I think it's pretty neat.
Yeah, I'm.
Uh-oh. The maw grabbing Professor. Very unkind.
Yeah, that's also a lot of damage to take here, so Prof's gonna need to be a little bit careful going through Kraid's area. He should be fine, but it's not free on this energy.
Yeah.
And also this means that he's not gonna be able to essentially not gonna be able to do the damage boost in Kraid Ghidorah, but definitely won't be able to do like that. It depends. If he jumps the Kraid spike, he can do the. Ooh, Smelon also eating a hit. One of these pirates here. Yeah, both runners with a pretty sketchy energy
Yeah,
situation here.
definitely.
Prof opting not to do the damage boost even, which I totally
Yeah.
respect.
And I
Like,
mean,
he would be at
Smelon, yes.
31.
Smelon skipped. Uh-oh. Okay. Nice. Smelon getting the quick kill.
Ooh,
Oh,
Prof's
Professor.
oh, interesting. So I guess you
Yeah.
do get charge.
Yeah. Dang.
All right, able to clean it up.
Yeah.
Luckily, getting the fast Kraid mouth open, but
Yeah.
still a little chunk of time loss here. Smelling, however, leaving Kraid on the
Mm-hmm.
like not getting good drops from Kraid there at all. Oh.
Stopping for those drops, getting
Oh my
nothing.
goodness, really?
Getting cheated. This game is
All
mean.
small Ugh.
No. So remember, they don't get any of the energy tanks that we would normally see. So
Yeah, so we're gonna actually see both runners do something that you will basically never
mhm.
otherwise see runners do on purpose, which is to enter the high jump area and intention and like on purpose jump over the high jump energy.
Mm-hmm.
Like in every category where you get high jump boots, there's no reason not to get that because there's like it's an optimal thing
Yeah.
to get if you're already coming through the room.
Okay. So the only thing that they can collect outside of majors now are the alpha power bombs, which they'll get on the way to Fantoon. But um, needing to get that speed booster, because I guess that makes sense. I didn't even think that there really isn't a way to skip the moat missiles without using speed. Oh, Smelling struggling to get out of there.
All right. Yeah, Smelling going for little pseudo screw there. Prof doing something that's basically the same as the low ice strat, where it's like uncharged shot missile.
Uh-oh. All right,
Little-
these rooms are smelling you and your energy. Better check itself. Okay. Professor catching up here. Farming. Okay.
Let's take the farm
Good.
first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and because this is if you know GTC and Hundo had this baby, it is going to be a bit of a longer category. So the first half will be faster, but drops. Okay. Better. So now they're pretty in sync. Okay. So some people, so this is another part that's discretion, right? Because some people, oh gosh, Smelling getting beaten up. Because if you wanted to, like if anybody was running this, they could grab wave or any other quality of life item, so to speak, if they needed to get through it, right?
Yes, you can. As long as you're not picking up as the items you're picking up aren't ammo, you can pick up items like ammo or energy or reserves. Like it just has to be something that like the game only tracks majors like whether they're in your inventory or not. But when you do the GT code, like the GT code only like flips the switch for any majors you don't have. Like it doesn't do anything to your existing majors, whether you're collecting them or not. But the ammo doesn't give you like additional ammo based on what you've collected. It overwrites your existing ammo, which is why you only need to get 5 of each. And same with energy and reserves. So if you collect the missile now, like Emrock said when he was explaining the category, like you can't collect it later. Because of that like the way that the numerical items work on sort of like have like that override and are based on total count, whereas majors are just like, was this turned on or not?
I must have heard a phantom ceiling break.
Oh,
Oh no, Professor.
that was almost something people may not realize. You can do the red tower down grab with no beams as long as you have high jump. Oh, that's such a sick farm. I love that. So Prof getting the double farm with the charge shot on the 2 Zealas in Hellway. That was sick. Alright. Both runners appear
across. Oh, go ahead, sorry.
I was just saying both runners getting these alpha power bombs here. Other than gravity suit, that is the last item pickup we are going to see before GT code. And so like the thing that I mentioned about GT Classic, about like being in areas you like having movement items that you normally don't when you're in areas like Meridio or Wreck Ship or like whatever, is even more true in this category because you have to go through the entire game and get every single like tank and ammo item. So like
oh, sorry, go ahead. I just wanted to point out, while Smelon, while he was sparking over, turned off high jump and speed booster because it's going to allow him to move across the platforms a bit easier, for the most part. At least that's the same thing that I do. So, yep. Oh, nice save.
Oh, good save, Prop.
So Smelon making it across. I don't know if Professor turned him off or not, but
I think that he didn't. His jumps looked very, very measured. Yeah, Prop did not cross. So that is going to be a couple of seconds potentially made up. I don't know how it cancels out, how much it gets canceled out by the gripper hit that he took. But yeah, it was a really nice save not to fall like into the ocean, because that's like that is so painful. And yes, Melon actually just going for it. Not going to bother with the atomic farm there because he took the you can actually farm the gripper with 2 missiles. And if you are not full on supers, it'll drop you a super, and if you are full on supers, it'll drop you a big energy. Pro tip, it's just 2 missiles. And you get a big energy or a super before Fantoon. It's great. Oh yeah, this is the best part of this category. That was actually a really good first round. Really. Do you know what Smelon's on?
This is round 3? Is that what you're asking?
No. How many missiles at the same time?
Oh, nope. I'm not counting.
It's 15, so Prof needs 2 missile drops here. There we go. Nicely done. So yeah, Prof is gonna pull ahead here on Fantoon.
Nice. Okay, Smelon finishing. I was like, how many? No, the round 3? Oh, missiles? No, nope.
Yeah, no, I was counting Prof because getting a 3 rounds with 5 missiles is really, really impressive. Honestly. Like, you have to be very, very careful about where you spawn your drops, and you need to be very, very careful about, like, collecting them early and, like, still hitting Fantoon, and, like, ideally keeping him on screen, And you only have 5 max missiles. Like, you can't farm any extras in your inventory. It has to be just drops on the ground. That's probably the biggest thing that makes me not want to run this category, honestly, because 5 missile Fantoon is really, really hard.
Yeah, for sure. So now they will make their way to gravity.
Yep, and then from here it's just going to be straight down into Lower Norfair, the GT code. And they're just going to do a gravity jump. A gravity jump with Varia and high jump is very free. It's like 30 energy, and you can potentially get up without even having to wall run top. Prof making it in 2 jumps here. Smelon gonna make it in 3.
Okay. A little sketchy.
Fine. This is fine.
Yeah, at the end of that attic. Is that the pseudo you're talking about, Mags? For the atomic at the end of attic for Smelon? Yeah, that was really neat. I didn't even think about pseudo screwing them, to be honest, but it's always interesting, and I don't know, and I don't need the answers now, but you know what enemies you're able to pseudo screw with one pseudo screw versus needing to do multiple. So, right, they're gonna have to.
Yeah, you kind of have to look at the numbers math individually, but the it's 200 damage.
Oh, got it. That makes sense
Like,
why pseudo screwing Dragon does 200 damage. Look at that.
yeah, that is
Oh gosh. Okay, that scared me. Sorry, Smelon.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Snellen could not have gotten those moat missiles, or it would invalidate his run. Please be careful. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. Sorry.
Crab,
Gasping.
please. I mean, those crabs are scary,
Those
dudes.
those crabs are something else, aren't they?
They're actually the worst. If I'm honest.
It's the crabs in King Kak that are the true bosses, the true gatekeepers. Oh, nice
Well, I
bomb
mean,
farm.
in this category, that is again Green Gate glitch. But
Okay. All right.
I mean,
All right.
it's
Okay.
literally a gatekeeper. I'm sorry, but
Okay.
it's literally a
Oh,
gatekeeper.
right. You're
I'm sorry.
something else, exact.
Like, no, I deeply apologize.
Well, as long as you do.
I do not mean to be like this, but I cannot help it. It is in my nature.
Well, as long
Oh.
as if you're aware.
So Prof just a little shy there.
Acceptance is the first step.
Smell looks like
Oh,
also a
Smelling
little
too.
early.
So now I'm assuming they're gonna head down to Lower Norfair?
Yep,
Or...
it's just bum rush GT code at this point. Like, you get to go through Frog Speedway, which is cool. Because you have speed booster. You can take that save if you want, but like I said, this gravity jump is really. I'm not sure what muscle memory that was from Snellen, or if it was just
preemptively opening? I don't know. No, he opened the
Oh,
ice store.
wait. Yeah, don't you have to? You do have to come back, don't you? Does you need crumble shaft missiles?
Oh, yeah. Okay, full up. Let's hope for some saves. Please.
Not pre-lava dive.
Okay, not pre-lava dive.
Post-lava dive. Nice chronic boost from Prof.
Okay.
So like,
Smelon, stop running into everything.
Noom.
Nice.
Yeah, like not even 30 energy.
So, oh god, Melon. Glad we're all like gasping.
Okay, that bottom one wasn't actually that scary.
Nice.
Nami, very, very nice.
All right, Professor taking the save. Smelon,
Melon
not.
not saving again. I mean, I guess,
Yeah.
like, I can kind of see where
Yeah,
he's
true,
coming
Max. Yeah.
from. It's
Yeah.
a reasonable choice.
Yeah.
Oh, the sink into pre-pillars. Except one of them's purple, one of them's orange.
Okay.
Oh.
That's unfortunate. Especially with him getting it first try, you know, in the GTC. Yeah.
Yeah, and Smelling did not take any saves.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough when, you know, you literally just did that gate glitch and got it first try, and it's just kind of go back to that, right? Any given Sunday. And I feel like gate glitches can be the Phineas throw a PB at it maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. Green Gate Glitch is 100% one of those things that, like, you get it every time, first try, until you need to get it, and then all of a sudden you're playing on a ROM where the collision is patched. You know? Right.
But regardless, you know, even if Smelon chose to forfeit, Professor would still have to finish the run in order for it to count. So
Yes. So Prof does still need to play this out to get the win. And so yeah, one of the funny things about GT Max compared to GT Classic is that in GT Max you have to go back to GT's room this way to get the missile.
yeah. Oh, I like that strat. The bounce, the spring ball bounce before. And I'm not entirely sure of the route after this.
So we're going to go through, we're going to clear out all the lower Norfair items, which are going to be fairly linear. It's going to look like Hundo lower Norfair from this point. And then we will do the upper Norfair cleanup and Croc cleanup on the way out. Can't remember the exact sequencing, but
yeah, I guess that's a good Ryan asking for rules because of a forfeit, could runners just miss items and take the penalty to win sooner?
I mean, I would not be in position to make a unilateral call on that.
Oh no, it was more of just a
Oh yeah.
a hypothetical. I guess they're just talking it out in chat.
Let's see.
Don't miss Mickey Mouse. Yeah, there's some of these items that are so tucked away that you typically only get in Hundo, right?
Yep.
That I could imagine for max percent and the route being, I guess I don't know when or how similar to Hundo route they are, GT Max and And the hundo,
So most of Lower Norfair is going to be pretty similar as far as the collection phase. Then Upper Norfair is going to sort of Bubble Mountain, with the exception of getting wave missiles and speed missiles, is going to be similar to Bubble Mountain cleanup in Hundo. Yeah, rest of Upper Norfair is going to be totally different. Everything else is going to be basically totally different. We're actually going to do Green Brinstar last.
That's right. That makes sense.
Right, so off through the Ridley fight. Gonna be going through here and getting the Ridley energy tank. And so yeah, from here the back half of Lower Norfair is going to look like, again, I said like like Hundo, and then the rest of the route will not so much.
I love that spring brawl trick right there that we just saw Professor do. Spring balling up, like K going upwards, or yeah, I think that is the coolest thing.
Yeah, that I've like sort of learned to do that in the past, but it feels like sorcery to me.
Yeah.
But I agree, it's very cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so seeing it's really neat because even the order isn't the same as in Hundo, right? We're gonna see a lot of the same Hundo strats, or at least I'm recognizing some, like that, grabbing the Firefleet tank. And I'm sure as we go up, we will see more. And so the only boss that remains at this time is Dragon. So I already killed Fantoon. Prayed. My brain is broken. And Ridley now. Yes.
You know, that's funny. I totally didn't. Yeah. For some reason, it did not occur to me that only Dragon was left as far as major bosses. That's wild. And then, yeah, GT Max Meridia is really interesting, I think.
I was gonna ask, this just popped in my head. When you're running vanilla, do you always have to fight Botwoon in order to get to Dragon?
Not technically, but Botwoon skip kind of sucks.
Oh, Botwoon skip.
Yes, it's a thing. So in Butterfly Room, so-called, in case anyone is curious, it's called that because the room is shaped like a butterfly. This was a gigantic revelation I had about the room recently. And I just want to share it with everyone just in case. But they're the Zoas that spawn in the sand pit. And you freeze them in such a way that you kind of clip into the wall and use them, progressively freeze more of them to clip slightly farther into the wall, and slightly farther into the wall, and slightly farther into the wall. And then eventually you can hit the door transition block, and you're not technically going out of bounds. So yeah, it's It's not. It's very obnoxious. Button skipping.
Oh yeah, there's
Generally,
missiles.
generally you do need to fight snack.
Interesting. Yeah. Professor just cleaning up shop. He has such good,
The power of science.
just really has good movement, and it shows
Love that spark.
why he's been, a major contender in the multi-cat. Just watching him make things look easier than they actually are. That's.
Okay.
I want to be professor when I grow up. When I become a grown-up speedrunner, I hope I'm like Professor.
So from here, Bubble Mountain, almost final visit, question mark, is probably going to look the exact same as Hundo, and then from there, none of Norfair is going to look anything like Hundo.
Got it. This is a fun strat to use the spring ball and then you unmorph and deboost. I've been learning some Hundo strats, and I think it is so cool.
Actually, like, learn it. I've, like, kind of done it by accident, sort of, once. But yeah, one of the few upsides of spring ball, in my opinion. You come down here. Oh, so that's what you do, right? You go here, you crumble down to Croc, and then out Croc escape.
Liking state. Uh-oh, I'm stuck. Does anyone know what the world record is for max GT? GT max? Max percent GT? GT percent max?
A bit longer than Hundo?
Nine minutes? Bands. Bands trolling.
107 in 2019. But...
107. Curious.
Oh.
Here at Croc, and I'm assuming because it's the GT, see that it's. Oh yeah, this is really cool about Croc, is that one plasma shot, because again the game doesn't expect you to have plasma here, just eats him off.
I mean, they should expect you to be able to have plasma here. Is the thing.
Should they?
Like they should have thought. Grapple's not required to go through Meridia by any means if you've got Speed Booster and know how to Flame Spark. And or
Yeah.
wall jump, and like wall jump, like
Trying for that spike suit.
they should
Are
have
all-
anticipated. Or, go ahead.
Are all spikes, so like getting a shine spark or a spike suit from the turrets versus like these spikes versus other spikes, do the turrets work as spikes, like in terms of frames and whatnot?
Yes.
Oh
so
man.
So all of those are like spike-like sources of damage,
Yeah.
and all of them have 10 knockback frames. Like that's the number of knockback frames is what matters in like whether you can get a spike suit off of something, and it's only the stuff with 10, which is gonna be with like spikes, the sparks on the grapple turrets, like all types of spikes. There's some stuff that's kind of weird. I feel like the sparks there's like some of the sparks in Wrecked Ship are technically enemies because they spawn like the sparks that are projectiles.
Oh,
But
darn.
I don't remember which ones are which exactly.
I see.
Alright, nice speedy jump.
Mm-hmm.
Perfectly up to the edge there. Oh yeah, that's all you need to come down here for, because you don't need grapple bait, you've already got it, you just can't see. Wee! Oh.
Shorter than Hundo with the band route. I see. That's right.
Okay.
Give or take 90.
Gotcha. Does anyone know the difference? Like the world record with the non-band routes?
Chester said 106 on SRC, but that's
No, that would
I
be
don't know how to
the
just yeah.
zero tank dive version, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good filters.
Mm-hmm. Coming back around to Upper Norfair. So what else? We've got Upper Norfair. We have Meridia. Oh, and then Olive Wrecked Ship.
Olive Wrecked Ship,
Brinstar.
Olive Criteria, Olive
Mhm.
Brinstar. Just all of it. We've just
All
got
of
the
it.
the
Every
whole
single
entire game.
thing.
The whole entire game that has not been collected, and what's been collected is a very small number of things because it's no tanks and 3 packs of ammo. Like everything that's not those things, we have to now go get. That's a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
X% GT, that's a lot of things. Oh my. As of a month ago, Prof actually has the number 9 GT Max time on the leaderboard.
That's awesome.
120.57.
Yeah. $120.57.
Right, so now Prof, you need to come back to Crade to get that item. You can't get power bombs early and get it early like you can in Hundo because you can't get it before TT code. So yeah, now we go into Meridia. There's actually no minor items to collect at the bottom of the red tower there. And yeah, now we're gonna go to the Mama Turtle area, from here up to Crab Supers, and then to the beach watering hole area, before circling through towards Dragon.
Encountering Mama Turtle, you can't really. I guess you could, but not in the same way that you can on like a rando. But encountering Mama Turtle on very low loadouts, she's mean.
She hits for 200 suitless. So even with gravity, she punches you for 50.
Yeah, she's mean. That's all I had to say.
And yeah, so Spring Ball here makes it significantly less painful to get these super missiles.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Prof is gonna actually have to do kind of a loop twice He's gonna come in. He's gonna go kill Dragon, and then come back and go through one of the sand pits. And then we'll have to do a gate glitch, loop back around, and go through the other sand pit, gate glitch again, and then collect Main Street missiles on the way out through the top of Epis. And we actually don't go to the plasma area at all, because plasma is the only thing up there.
Oh, that's true, isn't it? Is it quicker to kill? I'm gonna assume microwaving, but to kill Dragon with X-ray and plasma, or do a quick grapple kill?
It's always that X-ray and plasma is the fastest way to kill Dragon.
I see.
Because the grapple kill, you need to go through until you hit a goop phase and get gooped and get grabbed and like grapple the turret and wait for the like turret and like damage to kill her. Even in like 100%, you like the shine spark the X Factor shine spark is faster than grappling as well. Alright, so here, Batoon, again, gonna be microwaved. A lot of microwaving in our races tonight.
Microwaved shrimp sounds very terrible. Outside of Super Metroid context.
Yeah, that's not how I would prefer my shrimps to be cooked.
I mean, who knows? Maybe someone out there has the best recipe for shrimp and it calls for microwaving, but I have yet to meet that person.
Yeah, given my culinary experience with shrimp, both as a casual preparer and consumer, like I think I can confidently say that microwaving is one of the least appealing ways to cook a shrimp. I would rather just have like a raw shrimp than a microwave shrimp, I think. Just give me a little bit, just give me like a lemon and some salt and I'm fine with a raw shrimp. But microwaved, like what can you do with that? This is the real reason that I don't like the microwave beam combo as a means of killing Dragon. It's not because I don't find it particularly interesting. It's because like I just think it's terrible to waste food like that by microwaving shrimp. Like, come on, it's like look how big this shrimp is too. Like, look, this is so wasteful.
My God, look at Chat. Nice microwave. Professor, make sure you eat that when you're done.
Like Samus
Vincent
really is.
Saying, do not microwave shrimp. You might as well spoon your bum for dinner. And Mag says, please don't. Think about people around you. See, these are the kind of chat conversations that
Yeah, we are really getting to the heart of the critical issues of our time right now.
This is, like I said, this is a time for processing, right? Really airing out our differences, finding that middle ground, really understanding one another. So in Meridia, so I think that, oh, the sand pits, that's right.
Yep.
I see.
So you do one sand pit, and then you go back through Main Street, come back around, and then you do the other sand pit, you do the same thing, except that time you don't come back around, you just go up. Drop wiggling down through the sand.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And isn't it, so it's each item is 1%, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, this category GT Max really feels like the Scott Steiner of Super Metroid categories. This is because the math just doesn't quite add up. You can't. It's such nonsense that you can't exactly point to like where the math stops working. But it's clear that it doesn't work, and somehow it like does. It's weird.
All right, having infinite tries, getting it on the 4th try.
Yeah.
Infinite is relative.
They say all routes are created equal. If you look at any percent, and you look in GT Max, and you can see that statement is not true. Oh man.
All right, and here we are again. This is the loop-de-doo, loop-de-loo. Oh my god, the loop-de-doo, the loop-de-loo. That you're talking about?
Aqueduct 2.
I don't know why the title of the Fast and the Furious, the Too Fast, Too Furious, clicked in my head when you said Aqueduct 2, and I was trying to think of a funny, and I couldn't. Do the snail clip, you coward. You know what? We're saving Garys, one Gary at a time.
Right. Two duck, two aqueous.
2 duck, 2 aqueous. Why am I laughing? That's so dumb.
I know. It's one of the stupidest things I've ever said.
Almost.
I mean,
Professor,
I'm not going to argue with you.
I'm not going to argue.
I thought you meant that was almost one of the stupidest things I'd ever said. Like, I won't disagree with you, but whoa.
But also,
not on stream. Come on.
Professor, almost getting this cool spring ball, bounce up and around. I thought that was pretty cool. And then I realized, oh yeah, because when you have spring ball, you can just continuously jump on cripple blocks. It's a lot of fun. Oh, and here we are again. Nice.
Very nice.
First try.
Oh.
Easy peasy.
And now we are going to charge the Shine Spark here to collect missiles.
Nice.
And then yeah, from here we go out. We're actually going to revisit Alpha Power Bombs, interestingly enough. No other category would you ever do that.
Oh, yeah. What?
There's a pack of missiles behind them.
No, I know. But I was going to say, oh, in Hundo, they just get them when they're there.
You just get them.
Okay. All right. I was like, that doesn't... What are you talking about, exact? Sure I am knowing more about this than you? Nope, sure don't.
I mean, come on, aren't you supposed to be Hundo? You should know that you get these on the first visit to this room, and then don't have a second visit to this room.
In my defense, I have not started running the route of Hundo because I don't have a sub 50 yet.
That's very fair.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
All right, sassy pants. All right.
It's advanced Hundo tech, okay? I just want to make sure that you have access to it early because it comes in handy early, even though it's like technically advanced tech. Okay? I'm trying to be helpful here.
Sub 50 Hundo would be a pretty big aspiration. This room's fun too. The beta. Is this beta power bomb room?
Yes.
Is that the name of this room? Yeah. Fun stuff you can do. I think that's pretty cool how Professor jumped, like space jumped, but then still got the D boost. Space. Yeah, he had a double jump. And then. I did mean, oh yeah, moat missiles. I did mean sub 50 for any percent, but yes, it would be quite the, oh my gosh, could you imagine? If I got sub 50 in hundo, there would be no reason to do anything else. All right, now we're back at Wreck Ship. Lots of items to be found here.
Yep.
Professor just moving and grooving. I love that. I just love the space jump, shoot, mock ball combos.
Yeah.
I think they're very cool.
It's just like there are some things that like I don't know. I feel like actually compelled to say we sometimes. I feel like there's just like
No one's stopping you.
It looks so fun. I do. But it's like it's just like I can't help it. It's like look at that mock ball, that like speed ball that like goes through the like.
Look at those look at those D boosts. Deboosting onto each platform. Pretty cool. Did you know that so this room only turns on after Fantoon is dead, but though I don't think you can get in here. I don't think this door is open in vanilla. Oh, it is. Okay, so you can actually get that item without having to turn Fantoon off. So usually there's a robot blocking the crumble blocks there, but you can lay a power bomb, break the wall blocks, go through the robot, grab the missile, and then in order to get back, you actually have to do a crystal flash glitch, I guess. Because you crystal flash, and much like how X-ray forces you to stand up, I think it's very similar, right?
At the
Is
end
that
of
what it is?
when a crystal flash ends, it forces Samus to stand. Yeah.
Yeah. I learned that for fun and for map randos, and I thought it was so cool. Professor just narrowly making it out of the spiky room of death.
Yeah, I mean,
because he has lots of health.
How much? I think this is tank 15, right? The one we just got.
I haven't been counting.
Like we have just gone past what the HUD can display as far as max energy. Is that correct? Anyone who knows this category for real? Looks like it. Yeah. Okay. So we now have one tank of energy in like if you imagine like a third row of squares, there's now one tank in that third row.
Interesting.
That Wreck Ship energy tank is the first one that takes you past 14 displayed tank.
I see. Robots.
Good old attic missiles.
I forget that it's just missiles back here.
Yeah, it's nothing of value whatsoever.
They make you put in a lot of work for nothing.
And they're literally useless. It's like, at this point in the game, why you don't need 5 missiles? Oh yeah, and all of these this door is already open. We don't have to kill everything in attic again. All right. Missiles here, and then we do have to. No, Prof is not. Prof has lots of energy. He's not going to bowling skip.
He's not going to what?
Bowling skip?
Bowling skip.
Yes.
You can skip bowling?
Yes. You use the gripper to clip into the wall, you use a crystal flash to force Samus to stand, and then you X-ray climb up to the door.
Why would you do that?
To skip bowling?
But that sounds like more time than just riding bowling.
It's pretty slow to do bowling. It's like statue grab to gravity touch is like 35 seconds, and it's the 2 rooms prior you get to skip. Because you can just like go immediately out the bottom, and yeah, it only works when the ship is on, but in this case the ship is.
All you do is a 900 pixels perfect thing, and you save 8 seconds.
Gravity skip is not. It's not anywhere near that. Like.
No, I know. I think it's a funny
skip
comment.
Yeah. But it's not like something mega stupid. Like the grapple clip is very, very easy actually. Like as far as anything can be easy in Super Metroid, that grapple clip is.
There is a tech done in bowling called the toilet flush. No, robot flush.
Robot flush. Yeah.
Robot flush. There is a toilet in Super Metroid, but that is not here. Which is it's pretty neat. Ooh, that was pretty cool. Oh yeah. Oh, nice.
Remembering.
Nice job, Professor.
Remembered. Right. Oh. Stupid feelings. I like the bomb there. I hope that bomb was out of annoyance at the ceiling.
See, I just love these spring ball. Like, look at that. He's just mocking and bouncing and rolling.
You spring ball enjoyers.
Oh. Bonk.
That's an annoying ledge. Alright, just gonna run through and screw attack through this room, I imagine. Yep, here we go. The Maverick, as Kip calls it, space jump and screw attack. I think it's a Top Gun reference. I don't have a character Top Gun.
What's a Top Gun? Sorry, I can't hear you.
Oh, no, Kip calls space jump and screw attack the Maverick.
Oh,
and it's a Top Gun reference.
I see. What we just saw Professor do up there when he randomly shot, and then you heard the door open, is a wraparound shot, and he opened the door so that he could just shine spark through, and then shine spark through the next room. Oh, stuck?
Yep. Every room next to it has immediately next to each room out of bounds is an exact copy of the inbounds room, offset vertically by 1 tile. And so if you like manipulate your shot's position and speed correctly, you can make it so that it hits that off-screen copy on the 1 frame that it goes off screen before it despawns. And opening the out of bounds copy will Smelon is gonna go back and farm supers and try again. Let's go. Let's go, Smelon. I was saying something about something.
Smelon's.
Oh yeah. So anyway, opening hitting the out of bounds copy of the door opens the inbounds copy as well. To finish that thought.
Oh, is Smelon on? Oh, I think he saved. I think he might be doing some hitbox practice. I see, yeah. I see. Anytime I see Smelon, I see Smelon put dash on select. I'm like, okay, I see what we're doing here. Nice quick drop, Professor.
still don't know how people do it. I especially don't know how they switch back and forth. Goodness.
Oh,
I
from
just-
controller to hitbox?
Yeah, or just play on hitbox and Super Metroid on hitbox in
Oh,
general.
hitbox looks pretty cool.
Conceptually, I don't get it. How do you play without a D-pad? I do not understand how you play a platformer without a D-pad.
Mind blown.
I just don't get it. Like, obviously people do it and do it very well, but like the concept is just so deeply foreign to me.
Mm-hmm. All right. Seems like so far, Professor's grabbed all the things that he needs to do the thing that he has to do.
I believe to this point we have not missed an item correct.
Mhm. Nice gravity jump. From smelling.
Alright, now we got the save. With the super missiles. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Would there be any saves worthwhile taking? That was a nice hundo move. For Professor, maybe going into before he fights Mother Brain, so
Yeah,
he can do the
maybe-
stand-up glitch.
Maybe pre-Mother Brain if he wants to be very safe. Because his previous save is pre-GT code.
Does he get the Mission Impossible? Oh, he does. That
GG, Prof. Very nice. Oh, nice damage boost too. I think that's what that was.
That's awesome. Yeah. He got through? It looks like he got through in 3 hits. Oh, he's trying to figure out how to not crash the game.
Oh man, it's just like anytime somebody on a hitbox does the GT goes through GT's door, it just makes me think of Eddie in that Race in the 100 tourney. Because fun fact, it doesn't actually matter which door you come through to do the GT code.
Oh,
the
really?
only reason you do the back door here is because the front door needs space jump, which obviously is slower to get than the GT code would make the GT code work. And so, like it's part of GT's initialization routine as a boss. It's actually a part of Bomb Chorizo's initialization routine as well. Funny enough, because Bomb Chorizo and Golden Chorizo are the exact same enemy. The initialization routine just has a check for which area the boss is in, whether it's Criteria or Norfair.
Professor had done it earlier and Smullen just did it, but that space jump to then green gate glitch, not green gate glitch, but hit the green gate is very fun.
Melon, no, Melon. Smelling Mickey Mouse.
Nah, Smellen's going his own way. Professor grabbing all of the big pink items. Moving on over to Green Hills, named because it is green and it has hills. I know, nobody knew that Super Metroid fact, but I'm here. I know.
Okay.
I know.
Okay, next you're gonna tell me that Big Pink is called that because it's a big room that's pink.
Oh, well, I hate to tell you, but
what?
It was actually named by. It was named for Sir Pinksalot. He was a runner from the 1900s who discovered. I don't know. That's
So wait, like ran the game in the 1900s, or
Yes.
is like himself an artifact of the 1900s?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
I am an artifact of the 1900s, as are you, Rock. So
Yes. All of the above.
no, Butterfly Room doesn't have any butterflies, but Butterfly Room as a room looks like a butterfly.
It is
There's an
shaped.
image on the wiki proving this. That is why it is
Yes.
called Butterfly Room. That has nothing to
Yes.
do with the contents of the room.
Oh, it's because it's shaped. No? What?
Yes, it's shaped
Yeah,
like a butterfly. This
it is
is a
shaped.
subject I am deeply passionate about.
I can tell. Professor grabbing the Billy Mays missiles. But wait, there's more. As he grabs the second pack. Nice little bounce so that he can land right. Boo! Nice. Sir Butterfly. True, Mags. I mean, you know what? Sometimes my history evades me. So I'm so glad that you're here to help. Ooh, nice speedball.
Mm-hmm. Smelon's definitely playing GT Classic, as Chat points out. Which fair is the more applicable category.
Which is the what? I'm sorry.
It's the more applicable category generally.
Ooh, Professor saved. That's awesome. I haven't seen that. He saved a shine spark, went up the elevator, and then told those pirates who was boss.
Yep. No, that's a fun spark.
Did they do that in Hundo, or was that?
Yep. Oh yeah.
Yeah?
You're gonna get to do that once you hit sub 50.
One day. We're almost there.
Oh, you're gonna get to do this too.
Oh yeah, it's fun.
So yeah, that there are little bits of actually no, retro cleanup is the exact same as Hundo. That's kind of
Is
funny.
it?
Yeah, it's like it's Lower Norfair, Bubble Mountain, and Retro Brinstar cleanup are the same in Hundo and Max GT. Everything else is different. For example, 230 is not actually our last missile here, and as you can see here, it is not the 230 missiles because we already have at least 235.
At least.
At least.
At least.
So we are going to finish with 325
Nice.
missiles, 65 supers, 65 power bombs, and 2100 energy.
Which is less than the amount of energy tanks you actually pick up, right? But it only goes up to 2100?
Exactly. It's the same thing as how GT Classic gives you 700. It gives you 7 tanks with 700 energy instead of 6 tanks with 699.
Yeah, for anybody who has just recently tuned in, Professor is in the lead here with, huh?
I'm stupid. I just don't know that. Never mind.
Okay.
No.
I was
So
like,
that 230 is our. Oh wait, Terminator is. I was right.
huh?
I'm just thinking out loud.
Okay.
I said that 230 missiles was not the last item that we were going to pick up, and then it's like realized that I might be wrong because I thought we were going to go do more cleanup, but then we got Terminator. I remembered that you get Terminator tank now.
As opposed.
At the beginning, because you can't get it.
Oh yes, yes. For anybody tuning in now, Professor is, as you can see, just hit G4 for max percent GT, or GT max, as it's better known as. Smelon has gone off on his own, and I am assuming is doing some hitbox practice, while doing some GT Classic, as he missed the green gate glitch in the beginning. So just wanted to clarify anything if people are coming in and out.
Yeah, he did not have a post lava dive save.
I know. What if the Metroids don't give Professor what he needs? That would be very unfortunate.
Is Prof on pace right now?
I don't know.
I feel like we're less than 6 minutes from the end of the run right now, right?
I'm not very good with gauging where we are until the end of the game, or just in general. I will hide my timer and think that I'm 30 seconds behind, and then I'm like 30 seconds ahead, and I have no concept of time, so I'm the wrong comm for that. I'm sorry. I'd like to use a lifeline and pull the audience. How far are we from the end of the game from here?
Yeah, let's ask the audience, because like I'm also not a time understanding girly myself.
That ADHD thing. So, Professor, again, shooting out the first devs since you cannot skip with screw attack on the first one unless you do like the down grab one or whatever. And so it makes it easier to keep your memento by shooting things out. Oh my gosh.
Yep. Yeah, Prof needing to damage down here because again he has an entire extra row worth of energy.
Oh, that's right.
That you cannot see because they have overflowed.
Oh, was that the yikes suit? It's not. There we go.
Wow. Very, very clean MB2.
Yeah, very. This whole run has been very clean. Gesture says minus 59.6 on splits.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So yeah, there's a very good chance that PD's here. Very nice. Said by 59.6.
Do we know why the stand-up glitch only works when you have at least 7 tanks?
Because Mother Brain won't try to. If you have fewer, Rainbow Beam will either kill you or Mother Brain will damage you, or you'll be like locked to the ground, and Mother Brain will come damage you down.
Bravo says 2 cry.
Did you get 2 cries?
That's what Chabo's saying.
Alright, cool. Well, I wasn't looking at what happened on the screen, so I still have no idea what the hell 2 cries is. But very, very nice.
Yeah, very.
Prof. Excellent fight. This. Come on.
This is one of the hardest short charges to do.
A couple of those were close. Pretty sure. I mean, it totally makes sense that we're not seeing it. I was really hoping for a Blue Bomber attempt there, but I don't think the prop for it in general.
Is it faster than?
Yes, but it's much, much, much more difficult.
Yeah, and volatile, right? Because like if you miss it, you have to.
Well, yeah, and like it's dependent on like your run speed, so you have to like you have fast speed, like there's all sorts of nonsense. Like, I don't know.
Professor's just has been. I mean, this whole run, he's just been doing so well. But the last like Historian and Escape is just.
Yeah, no, this
He's
has
been on
been.
fire.
He was minus a little over a minute. GG, Prof.
GG, Prof.
So he was.
Finish, it says, of 1:19:52.
Yep. According to his splits, I think for his actual time, that is going to be a PB from ProfessorSchool. That is going to move him up to rank 8 on the leaderboard. And yeah, that
Wow.
Turian was incredible. He was like a little under a minute ahead. And he finished a minute 08 ahead.
That's amazing.
So yeah. Excellent stuff. And so we will see if we're gonna get any of our runners in here for an interview. Probably not a super late. The long one is a bit late on the East Coast here. That is a very long category. But I mean,
thanks
I was
to
gonna be up anyway. I was happy
to the viewers and the chatters that have hung out to watch our runners and runner and put up with our shenanigans. Put up with the exact shenanigans, I should say.
I cannot. Do you see what you chat? Do you see what I have to put up with?
Oh
my word. So it looks like we have been joined in chat here by Smelon. Welcome in, Smelon. GG's.
Hello, GG.
Do we know if Prof will be?
He said he's waiting for 135.
Oh, right. That makes sense. So yeah, technically we don't know if Prof has a valid run yet.
Dave at any point after LN?
I don't believe so.
Oh, I just went past the point of no return anyway. Oh well. Oops. I guess I should have waited.
Yeah, I'm almost entirely sure that he didn't miss anything, but it's like there's no reason not to.
Yeah, we were just
not to wait.
I feel like we were paying attention, and I kept checking in with you, asking you if you missed anything, and
yeah.
All right, I'm looking at his stream right now. Samus just jumped up.
All right, we're getting the spoilers.
we're getting spoilers.
Or Smelon is just gonna see and not spoil it. We're just gonna watch.
Ooh. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's 135.
Let's go, and we are joined by today's winner of the match, ProfessorSchool. Welcome in, Prof. GG's on the huge PB and the move up into 8th place on the GT Max leaderboard.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me all right?
Yep.
Yes.
Excellent. Yeah, thanks very much. GG's, Smelon. Nice race. Good match.
GG's.
Thank you.
Yeah, that Turian in particular, Prof, there was like so much good stuff on display there. You were like you were like minus a minute and then finished like 8 seconds ahead of that at like minus minute G4, according to Justin.
That is correct. It's a bit of a fudge because as far as I know, my GT Classic, or excuse me, my GT Max PB didn't have all of like 2 cries and like Stachio skip. I might be wrong. I I ran the category a little bit right before the tournament started. I definitely didn't get 2 cries. There was a bunch of stuff that went really well. It was pretty much just Metroid Room 1 and then falling in the acid in Metroid Room 3. I lost like a second and a half between those two, but everything else was like pretty clean. I didn't get in the glass on Mother Brain 1 to unload the supers, so I lost maybe a little bit of time there too. But overall, like between that and just intentionally not going for Blue Bomber because I didn't want to like massively heck it up and then lose the 119, so I kind of chickened out. Yeah, that was also part of the reason I didn't save. I was like, you know what? I'm like, if I can't follow an Excel spreadsheet that tells me what all the items are and like run a category that I've run extensively for the last 3 years and get 135%, like there's no excuse. I just need to do it. Plus, if I saved, I definitely wouldn't have won 19. So I don't think there was pride in the way. It was really just like, if I want to beat Smelon, who's an excellent runner, I want to do it straight up at this point on the merit of my right. Because if it was even right there, like I'm not saving, right? If Smelon is breathing down my neck at G4, I'm not saving. So we're just going. And so I figured I would just play it like that. It's a shame it didn't work out that way. It looks like the GT Classic race was pretty good, and it looks like the GT Max race was pretty close up through like I don't know. I was checking periodically. I'm gonna guess something happened like early in LN.
Didn't have didn't get GGG and didn't have a post lava dive save.
Oh, right. There was no save. Yeah. That's right. And I'm confusing it with the GT Classic race. I'm having like seed bleed. It's the essential equivalent of seed bleed. I think it was worst room in the game in the GT Classic race that I maybe overtook Smelon. I don't remember. It's fine.
Yeah, no, but like the whole early game of the GT Max was like very back and forth, like lots of like little lead changes. Is like a very, very like competitive early game for sure. And just I'm pleased that I actually PB'd by so much because there was obviously the save before GGG, which I wouldn't if I was doing PB attempts. And then I had 2 really weird mistakes that cost me a lot of time. I got hit in a really unusual way just at the top of climb for more than 10 damage and then got 2 small healths. So I was kind of at the mercy of drops from BT. And then I just forgot what the strat was that I needed in Terminator, and I didn't by any means want to go in there uncertain and like run into the tank or get like deboosted back into the tank. So I just farmed in Fire Fleas. I really didn't need to do that now that I think of it, but that cost me a bunch of time. And then something else weird happened. I was like, the room under Spazer was like killing me in this run.
We pointed that out with the mom.
Yeah, I like missed the platform on 99 health and then like got grabbed and took 2 spike hits, and all of a sudden I was at like 47 health. Yep. Which meant I didn't have. I love doing the Hoda Ruby like iframes what is it, lag reduction on Kraid. And I didn't have enough health to do that because you need 61 health to be able to do that without 62. Whatever it is. Or no,
62.
I think it's 62. 30, right, and you can't do that, and I'm 47, and it was so laggy. And then I stood Kraid up, and I freaking like I was like a frame off with the mouth a little way open, but fortunately I got the quick mouth open and I cleaned it up. So the early game kind of shambles. I lost like I was like plus 20 or plus 25. It was a pretty bad early game. So the fact that I had that and a save and PB'd by minute 7 and got a 119 is pretty sick. That's pretty neat.
So I guess I don't think I have any like big questions. I don't have the bracket in front of me. Do you know?
Oh, I know exactly who I'm racing.
what is happening next, Prof?
Well, okay, so here.
NES cartridge.
Yeah, I'm back up against MM2 again, so we get a rematch of the group stage match. Yeah, I mean, there's 2 things I can do in the match, right? I can either use the same formula, which I feel like actually worked really well for me. If I don't get completely hecked by Dragon Goop RNG, that RBO race could go a different way against MM2. And I don't expect that MM2 is going to run like a mid to low 34 GT Classic every single time. I think his average is a little bit higher than that. So in a slightly different world, that goes to a game 3, or it's a very, very different sort of outcome. As far as I could also try something completely different because I lost 0-2. You could make an argument for that as well, and I'll have to think about just how I'm going to do that because obviously MM2 is a very good runner and earned the #1 seed. I did want to just take a moment and speak about my opponent. I had a lot of respect coming into this race against you today, Smelon. I was deciding to sort of bail on Hundo against MM2, and so strategically it lined up really nicely for me to do that here because Smelon is such an exceptionally good Hundo runner. I think I could probably run a competitive time right now against Smelon, but these multi-category tournaments are impossible, right? There's so much to keep straight. There was 2 moments during the GT Classic race where I thought I was running any percent, like in reverse Batoon, and I just forgot that I had space jump and spring ball, and I did like a different strat. It's hard, right? And so I decided strategically I'd bail on Hundo because Smelon is such an incredible Hundo runner. I grinded any percent like crazy because I know he's got an incredibly good any percent, and I played a lot of GT Classic. And I thought, well, if I'm going to do a lot of GT Classic, GT Max is going to have a lot of those sort of, same things of volatility that I'm practicing so hard. And I kind of thought that Smelon wouldn't expect that and maybe would prep instead for other stuff. And I think maybe that worked to my advantage. I don't know. So point being, Smelon is an incredible runner. I worked very specifically with a strategy that was tailored to where I felt like my strengths might outweigh some of his, and it ended up going my way today. I think it could have been different on a different day. So I just wanted to say thank you for a nice race and GG's on a really nice performance during this tournament.
Yeah, GG to you as well. I agree with your strategy. Now that you've explained it, it makes a lot of sense that you would not want to do 100% versus M2s, and then it works really well to not doing it against me either. And then the GT Max thing actually makes a lot of sense. So it was great planning. I was just hoping that I could cheese you in GTC and then probably lose in low ice or something game 2, and then hopefully bust out a win in game 3 somehow. So, but you got me 2-0.
Yeah, like if an any percent came up, or I know you've been playing a lot of North Korea and you've run at least 1 or 2 times under an hour, and so it really could have gone anyway. Strategically, it's late for me. It's only 9:20 on the West Coast. I know you're West Coast also, but I start to fade pretty quickly around this time of day. And in my race against Tilly, it actually really showed because that went really late. And the last thing that I wanted was to have to focus on an RBO or a GT Max at 11 o'clock at night for me, because it would have been bad news, right? I can coast a little bit more in some of these other categories. I can take a lot more safeties in North Korea, any percent is volatile, but it's at least a shorter category, So the other reason why I stacked it is because we were playing so late, for at least for me. DGen hours are just not really my thing, so.
Next time I'll just lie and say I'm unavailable till 1 a.m.
Well, anyway, GG's and congrats on a good tournament.
Yeah, GG. Good luck versus MM2. I know you can definitely beat him. I watched the first match and I thought you played really, really well until you got scammed by Dragon. So
thank you.
I definitely think you have a good shot.
I appreciate that. It's always fun. I had a great race against MM2, buddy of mine, and you're a friend of mine as well. I'm glad that we had a fun race. It's nice to be in this tournament and see all my buddies and race against them. And what else? Big shout outs to comms today. If I put on my tourney admin hat, Erica and Emrock, y'all are crushing it. I think you're on every other, if not more, of these races, and we really appreciate it. I like listening back to them. You provide excellent commentary, and we're very grateful. Thanks to Jestro on the restream, right? I'm not sure if I'm forgetting anyone else. Obviously, thanks to Smelon for an excellent race. We can save MM2's thanks for when I beat him in the quarterfinals.
All right, wonderful. Well, any closing thoughts from you, Smelon? I think we can bring it home and send the good people of SpeedGaming off to a lovely rest of their evening.
I guess my thoughts on the games. Game 1, obviously I missed Crit Quick Kill, so I was like, ooh, this isn't gonna go too well. So I was just hoping to try to keep it within a baby skip after that, and then I wasn't able to do that, so it was kind of over. I'm in profit, everything in Turian anyway, so. And then game 2, yeah, I did not prep for GT Max, so Prof got me with that one. And yeah, GG's. Fun tournament. For my first multi-category tournament. Should have had double anti-bingo, but other than that, it was great.
God, has there not been enough strife already, Smelon?
We need more
My-
strife,
my-
more
my-
anger.
Well, strife. Strife is our middle name, apparently.
Thank you both.
Yes,
Thank
thank you
you
both.
all.
Oh yeah,
so
thank you guys for the
much
commentary, of course.
for the race. It was great to watch and a lot of fun to come, and always lovely to come with you, Rock.
Same, right back at you. This was a lot of fun to watch and to calm, and I am learning so much more about all of these routes. So, thank you for that. But you both played really well, and it's always exciting. And I feel like this whole multi-cat has just been filled with really great matches and races. And I was even saying at the beginning of this match that Super Metroid in general, but Super Metroid tournaments is very much any given Sunday, right? And so it's really neat when, for better or worse, things like that play out, because it just keeps a very exciting game. So, thank you both.
All right. Thank you all. That's everything from us.
Mhm.
Have a great night, and we will see you next mission.